line them up, and he'll piece them up. Virgil Ortiz will get destroyed by Jaron Ennis. I will bet the house on it with Oscar De La Hoya. It's the best fight in boxing in America. It's a beautiful fight. He's a great fighter, but this guy is another level. I'm telling you, you have got 8-10 years of greatness from this guy. He lives the life. There is nobody like him in boxing. He's going to go up. Anyone, Ortiz, Murtazaliev, Fundora, Abu, Zayas, he will destroy them.
Bring them all.
Jaron boots Ennis after his impressive first-round stoppage over Wisma Lima. Now boxing fans is looking at what's next.
I need y'all to get the likes up, man. Get the likes up. Smash the like button.
Go ahead, been next. I know he got his fight. I know he focused on his fight, and if you don't win, I'll fight Lou. I'll fight the winner of that. But I want Virgil Ortiz next. And if we can't get Virgil Ortiz next, I heard that Baby Cub was calling me out too. Charlo, he can get it next. Fundora, what's his name? Bakhram the IBF champ, he can get it. Everybody 154 can get it. I'm missing somebody. Who I'm missing? Xander can get it. Anybody at 154, I'm belt chasing. This my division. 154 is mine. I'm on tour.
Jaron boots Ennis called out quite a bit of names. He called out most of the top guys at 154 pounds, including Bakhram, right? He called him Baccarat. But Bakhram Murtazaliev, 23-0 with 17 KOs, has been having a hard time finding an opponent. The current IBF junior middleweight champion of the world is now setting his sights on Jaron boots Ennis, and he says that I am ready after hearing that call out from Jaron boots Ennis. Now, everybody's looking at Virgil Ortiz as the next potential opponent, but Virgil Ortiz Jr. has to get past Erickson Lubin. We must put some respect on Erickson Lubin's name because, like I said in the live stream, Erickson Lubin grew up in the darkness. He grew up at 154 pounds, the murderer's row in boxing, right? So we must put respect on the Hammer's name because that's not an easy fight by any means. And Jaron boots Ennis also mentioned that whoever wins that fight, he wants the winner.
What's your message to Oscar De La Hoya?
I'm coming. They got to focus on what they got in task in hand. Like I said, Virgil next for me, or the winner, or any of the champions. So I'm here, man. I'm tired of everybody talking. We about to shut everybody up for sure.
So whether it's Virgil or Lubin, either guy could be a next potential opponent for Jaron boots Ennis. But we're looking at Bakhram right now because Bakhram is the guy who I believe that Jaron boots Ennis needs to fight next. He didn't get too much credit for the Lima fight. And this is what Boots said after the fight. He says, thanking God for another one. I couldn't have done it without him. I felt great last night. 154-pound debut in the books. Now it's time to eat. Let's have it. I appreciate everyone that popped out and supported. 35-0, 31 KOs. And now the new WBA interim champ, 36-0, 32 KOs coming soon. And then the boxing fans didn't receive this too well, right? One fan says, with all due respect, you ain't fought nobody, bro. Another fan says, you fought nobodies, bro. I'm not hating at all, but you don't fight nobody. Boy, you celebrating. No, he says, only one that beat you from 154 and 168 is Crawford. Boy, you are celebrating that you beat a cab driver. This man started boxing at 18, turned professional in his late 20s, and fought 14 times in 15 years. Boy, if you don't get your dumb ass out of here. Look, this is what fans are saying, right? I think you only hurt yourself by fighting lesser competition. Then when you step in there with Virgil, you're going to be like, what happened? They only hate you because you're African American. You've always been the most hated. You're one of the best right now. You're going to expose Ortiz and prove to everyone why we stay on top. How many more taxi drivers are you planning to fight? I mean, boxers. Right? So this is some of the things that people are saying, right? He says, this ninja fighting Abbas Baru next. Another cab driver nobody asked for. All the champs have belts that matter. You're another intern WBA, go for Bakhram belt. Right? So, I mean, look, man, this is just some of the things that fans are saying. Some fans is, giving him his credit, praise. Most fans is criticizing the opponent. They just wasn't satisfied with Wisma Lima. I mean, Lima didn't amount to anything, and really we didn't learn anything about Jaron Boots Ennis other than, he may have gained a lot of confidence. He may have felt really great going in there at 154 pounds. But us as fans, we didn't really learn anything else. I think this was more of a confidence booster for Jaron. And now moving forward, I think he has to see these other named fighters. Now, looking back at Bakhram said he's ready. Stylistically, Bakhram is a pressure fighter. He's more of a fighter than he is a boxer. And I think if you're going up in there with Bakhram, trying to fight Bakhram, it could be really, really, really risky. Now, Jaron Boots Ennis is a fighter similar to Crawford that likes to fight. Jaron Boots Ennis got boxing skills, but he also likes to fight. And he got to be careful of getting loaded into a firefight with a guy like Bakhram, who's punching hard with both hands and who welcomes the idea of a all-out brawl in the middle of the ring, right? He's one of those guys, and he's going to walk you down, stalk you down. But there's also some things that I noticed about Bakhram that a guy like Jaron Boots Ennis could exploit. The foot speed, for one thing, right? Bakhram doesn't necessarily have the best footwork. His feet be all over the place. He be all off balance at times. It don't be in the right position. But he overwhelms guys so much that they can't really do nothing about it. His power and everything else is so overwhelming. His punches isn't the most sharpest technical, but they're pretty, for what he does, it is effective for him. He's really good at putting leverage on his shots. He's strong from all ranges, it seemed like. It's a very dangerous, risky fight for Jaron Boots Ennis, but it's also a winnable fight for Jaron Boots Ennis, just based off what I've seen. So it's one of those things to where, what you going to do, Boots, right? You set everybody on notice. Everybody was watching. The 154-pound division definitely was watching because they knew Boots Ennis was coming. And then you made the fans and, the boxing people may feel one way, but your actual fellow rivals and peers may feel another way, right? The guys that may have to fight Jaron Boots Ennis may still look at it like, nah, I don't know if I still want to get in there with this kid, right? I didn't really learn much from this fight, and he looked as strong, and he ran through this dude in the first round. A bigger guy, a guy that's been at the weight class for what it's worth, right? Despite the level gap, right? The level gap was just tremendous, but Jaron Boots Ennis went in there and did exactly what he was supposed to do, and he got him out of there in the first round. Now on to the next one. The next one should be a guy like Bakhram. If he fights Bakhram next, that'll shut up a lot of the critics almost right away. And then you'll also set yourself up in position and being one of the key title holders in the division. So if anybody wants to become a world champion, or if anybody wants to unify the division, well, they have to see Jaron Ennis, right? So Bakhram would be the move, right? To go after any of the champions, but I think Bakhram would be the move, because if you fight Barrow, whatever his name is, nobody never really heard of Barrow. He's not really, it'll be another situation to where like, this is another guy we never heard of, right? But if you go out to Bakhram, he's also a guy a lot of people never heard of, but more hardcore fans know who Bakhram is than they know who Barrow is. Bakhram is a guy who hardcore fans know have been avoided. 3 guys in the weight division turned him down. He can't get a mandatory to fight him. He couldn't get Jamel Charlo to fight him for years, right? This is why we never really heard of the dude, because Jamel Charlo kept him hidden in the back burner, right? Now he's here and he still can't find no fights, right? After that dismantling of Tim Tszyu, right? He crushed Jack Holke. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I say the best move, which is also a dangerous move, but if Jaron Boots Ennis is really good enough, he should be able to get through it. Is the fight with Bakhram, a.k.a. Baccarat. So, yeah, I think the move should be for Jaron Boots Ennis should be for Bakhram. I think the time for showing out is over with. I think the showcase fights and tune-ups, we done with it. We don't want to see no more of that, right? You got 30-something plus fights in, and you still receiving a lot of criticism. Very talented young fighter. He should be kind of looked at in a different light at this point, but right now people still questioning when he's going to fight. So, yeah, I think Bakhram is the next fight for Jaron Boots Ennis. He did what he was supposed to do, right? That's the only thing we could say. He went in there and dude didn't belong, and he showed that he didn't belong. But now we're going to see what's next. I don't think it's going to be Virgil Ortiz. I think they're going to play a little bit of games. I think they're going to play hardball, especially if Virgil Ortiz don't get through Lubin cleanly. If it's not a fight to where Virgil Ortiz knocks Lubin out right away, or if he gets through the fight, or if he gets through the fight controversially, I don't think he's going to fight Jaron Boots Ennis right away unless he knocks out Lubin right away. So, yeah, Bakhram is the fight. Jaron Boots Ennis, it's almost like he wasn't in a fight. Bakhram is ready and waiting. But tell me what you guys think. Who should Jaron Boots Ennis fight next? Virgil Ortiz, Baccarat, or anybody else at the top of the 154-pound division? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.